Thanks for tuning in to this video weather briefing. This is Alex Tardy, meteorologist at the National Weather Service in San Diego. For this briefing, we're going to talk about the upcoming series of storms. Here's some of the impacts and the actual weather that we expect from these storms. Greatest period is Tuesday through Thursday. Rain, and the rain will be heavy at times Tuesday through Thursday. There are a few periods we're focused on Tuesday afternoon through Tuesday night, and then again Wednesday afternoon into Thursday morning. And of course, Thursday afternoon through Friday morning, that'll be the last in the series of these storms. A few thunderstorms can be expected as well, mainly for coastal areas. Storm total rainfall of 2 to 4 inches for most coastal areas, valleys, and inland valleys. Now, some of our wetter areas, the coastal slopes, could see 3 to 6 inches, with locally even higher on those south and west facing slopes. There'll be spillover into the deserts of a ½ inch to 1.5 inches. This does present a problem for urban flooding for most of our region in low-lying areas. Flash flooding and some of the heavier showers with those heavier rainfall rates, and minor river flooding as well with all the runoff. We're going to see some snow over our mountains, and some of that snow will be significant, especially above 6,500 feet. The snow level will be primarily around 6,000 feet, but towards the end of the event, Thursday night, it'll come down as low as 4,000 feet. We'll see strong gusty winds with these series of storms, mainly in the desert slopes and mountains, but also our coastal areas and over the nearshore waters. High surf, a major concern as well. Some of our sets from the surf on Wednesday and Thursday could be 8 to 12 feet. And if this combines with our high tide early in the morning, that could also be an additional impact for coastal flooding. Some of the hazard products we've issued at weather.gov San Diego is a winter storm warning, high surf advisory, flash flood watch. That means the potential for flash flooding, more than nuisance flooding, is possible in our region. And a wind advisory for our desert slopes and some of our mountain passes. Is this El Nino? That's the first question that comes up. El Nino has many shapes and sizes and different faces. We've seen big storms already in the Pacific Northwest, mainly Oregon, the Midwest, Texas, into the Mississippi Valley. We've seen extremely warm conditions in New England in December. For us, this is our first indication that El Nino is really kicking in our region. What El Nino does is those warm ocean temperatures along the equatorial Pacific Ocean change our jet stream pattern. Instead of it impacting Oregon and Washington, it goes directly into Southern California, as shown here. So for us in Southern California, yes, this is our first time we've seen impact from El Nino. But no, El Nino's been around for a long time. In fact, we've had a strong El Nino, record-breaking for the past month. It is now the strongest officially El Nino on record, equaling 1997-98. El Nino itself has been around since the summer. But when it comes to rain and snow and wind, this is our first test from this winter's El Nino. Some precipitation that we are expecting with the first batch, Tuesday afternoon through Wednesday morning, is shown here. These graphics will be updated daily at weather.gov San Diego on our main webpage and shared through social media. Most areas, 1 to 1.5 inches of rain. For round 2 or event 2, which really encompasses 2 periods of rain, Wednesday afternoon all the way through Friday morning, another 1 to 1.5 inches for most areas. Heavier in those red shaded areas, those are your coastal slopes that typically receive sometimes double the amount of rainfall as the wind forces the rain up those areas and squeezes it out on the western sides. We will see some rain spill over into our deserts too, as shown here. How about snow? Initially, most of the snow is going to be above 6,500 feet, where we could see about 1 foot. Now, as we get into the deeper part of the storm and colder part of the storm, that'll be on the Thursday-Friday period, we could see another 1 foot at that 6,000 foot elevation, and we could see an additional 1 foot or so all the way down into San Diego County mountains, as shown here. So it'll be a very sharp gradient around 6,000 feet to where you go just below, and it's a sloppy inch of wet snow, to you go a few hundred feet above, and you're talking about over a foot of snow. Some of our peaks could exceed 2 feet, and those are the mountains around 8,000 feet. How about the wind? This is the wind we expect Tuesday and Wednesday on the left-hand side, and then Wednesday through Friday on the right-hand side. Significant wind is expected across our region. And most of that wind on the coastal areas will be felt on Tuesday and Wednesday with those series of storms, but winds in the mountains and deserts will continue. This also could affect some blowing and drifting snow at those higher elevations such as the ski resorts. Here's our grand total that we expect. Largely 2 to 3 inches of rain almost everywhere, with a ½ inch to an inch in the desert areas. Our coastal slopes, those areas exceeding 5 inches of rain, upwards of 7 to 8 inches of rain in the very wettest locations as those storms come in from the west and get absorbed into those mountain areas like a catcher's mitt. We are expecting some significant water flow, and even our rivers will be rising. For example, the San Diego River is expected to reach a level up close to 10 feet, which will start causing impact to the golf course area, to some of the streets around Fashion Valley Mall, and potentially into some of the parking areas. That expected to peak on Thursday. Again, here's a summary for a quick recap. Take your time, pause the briefing, and go over the amounts or the magnitude here. Significant impact for our region with this first test or this first series of storms that are being driven by the warm ocean temperatures in the equatorial Pacific Ocean called El Nino. In summary, significant rainfall for our region. Heaviest Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night. We could even see some thunderstorms. And again, another round Wednesday afternoon into Thursday night. Some big snow possible over our mountain areas, especially above 6,000 feet, where 1 to 2 feet could occur. Strong gusty winds and high surf, even though those aren't the primary concerns, those will still be an impact to our region. All of our information, such as watches, warnings, advisories, the rainfall maps you saw, those are all shared at weather.gov San Diego, as well on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And they're also updated multiple times a day as conditions warranted, or even when there's no changing weather on routine basis. Thanks for tuning in to this winter weather briefing from the National Weather Service in San Diego.